Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2121 of the French Fox
That
podcast.
was the most confused. Is it the 2,121st?
No, it's just the 21st. I was just so excited that we're over 20. We can drink now. This podcast can drink now.
Whoa.
I drink before the podcast. Cranberry juice.
Oh. Well, you know, in Europe, this podcast would have been able to drink for 3 years in some places.
Well, today we have Dylan.
Hey.
We got Ben.
What's up, guys?
And I am Augie. We are the French Fox team.
I feel like
Ben was really excited to do that intro.
I was just going to say, I really didn't want to do you this way, but I feel like it's really important context that Ben practiced that for like a few minutes.
And it sounded good. I think it's a nice touch.
It worked.
I'm a fan of it.
Thank you,
This
guys.
is the podcast where the French Fox team, or members of the French Fox team, because we're usually missing microphones, or members, sit down and we
Today's
talk
both.
for a little bit.
The two
laugh.
M's.
We talk, we laugh.
Neither are millions.
And we have a good time. So without further ado, let's
run the intro.
I was going to say rotate.
roll the intro.
I was so close.
French Fox.
Oh, wait, now we're on video, so we have to pretend like
French Fox.
Yeah.
French Fox. French Fox That was great. We love
was so
that,
good.
don't we?
Oh, it's so
yeah.
charming, I feel like.
I'm never even actually pretending to dance when it starts playing and I realize I'm on video in the podcast. That's like genuine.
It's a blast.
Yep.
That's a great hook to it.
It's a total bop.
What's going on, guys? Since we last spoke, you two went on a vacation to the same exact place, but not together.
That
is
together.
rare.
Literally
Tell me
in the
about
same
it.
town.
No.
Yes.
Really?
So
At one point.
4,000 above sea level or something, 4,000 into the
Important
mountain,
detail.
feet that is, there lives the town of Sedona, which is like just the most tourist location I've ever been to.
Yes.
In Arizona. Have you
Yes.
ever been to like Disney World or
I
places like
have,
that?
but I was so young and like,
Oh, okay.
and I feel like when you're at Disney World, like, I almost feel it doesn't feel like tourism. It feels like everyone's at an amusement
Yeah, that's
park.
true.
No, it's like this is a town that's like it's surrounded by these beautiful Arizona mountains, so it's like pretending to be actual Arizona, but every shop is like Arizona souvenirs or rocks, and then you go and you buy like
every
fake rocks.
rocks.
Every
Yeah.
restaurant is titled Red Rock, and then what they serve.
Or the
Red
Outlaw
Rock
Grill.
tacos.
Oh, okay.
Red
gotcha.
Rock ice cream.
Gotcha.
And it's like it was cool at first, but every 3 houses is a Western themed house, and it's like okay, yeah, we get it.
well, how was it?
I enjoyed it.
And you-
I was there so short, but I enjoyed it.
But did you guys see each other?
No, although his little brother texted my little sister. This is how I found out we were even in the same town, and said
You guys have siblings?
yes, and they're the same age.
Not I. I'm not sure what he's talking
They
about.
don't actually talk to each other.
None of us have ever hung out outside of this
No,
podcast.
I'm kidding.
But they don't talk much. But he actually sent my sister a text, and he said, "Are you in Sedona?" And she was like, "Yeah." Are you? And he's like, "Yeah." That was it.
And then
Wow.
they got married 20 years later.
Wait, how did it's been like a week.
Hmm.
Less than a week.
Never mind.
Anyways.
This is gonna be a weird one. I can already tell.
So, I was talking to Ben yesterday. I mean, no, I wasn't. We don't hang outside. No, but Ben, you had a revelation about the weather.
Yes.
I don't know if Dylan, you
What?
had the same revelation.
That it was kinda
Arizona is colder than California.
cold. Yeah,
It's freezing.
it was snowing. It snowed on me. I was out for a run, and it started snowing, and then it started hailing, and it hurt.
I wasn't there for the
I've
snow.
never been hit by hail. Does it feel like you're getting hit by icy potatoes?
It
That's
depends
what
on
I
the
imagine.
wind. Wait,
I don't
it's
think they're
not-
that
it's not
large.
that
It's more
big.
like little.
I just picture them being really big.
No, it's
you-
more like
okay.
little ice cubes.
Yeah,
I
you know
feel
when you're like on
Oh,
your
okay.
fridge and you press cubed and it gives you the little like shredded ice. It's like
Yeah.
what? That's what it's
Well,
like
no.
hard. Okay, well it's
Because
like
that would be for
Crushed.
crushed.
oh right. Well, it's like it's like
Oh.
it's like hard snow. It's just if snow was like ice. So then basically it's not. It doesn't hurt unless the wind is going really hard, and then it hurts because you're just getting hit with it.
It's like going paintballing.
How many
Yes.
trees did you see?
A lot.
Oh, okay.
Tons, but also
Quite a
tons of
few.
cacti.
See, I've never been, so I
Oh.
don't really.
It's
If you could describe it in like a sentence, how would you like for me to?
I'm about to do a
for me to
long
picture
sentence.
it. It can be a run on.
Okay.
What, Arizona? Or
It can be a run on.
I have,
yeah.
I have a quick sentence. Have you ever been to Cars Land?
pretty
Whoa.
accurate.
That was a
that's-
great sentence.
And it's even a question,
Wow.
even inquisitive.
No, it was like they were
It's
going.
based
They
off
were
of
going off the Red
Yeah.
Rocks for the template.
okay.
Yeah, there's
Got
it's
it.
Very
actually
cool.
the
Is there
town that
cars
the
with
car-
eyes?
The town that the Cars movie is based on is the town that the Cars movie is based on is the one that I'm also actually wearing a shirt for right now, and it also is my last name,
Oh.
Williams, Arizona. But they're the town that, well, they actually were more successful than the town in Cars, but they were on Route 66. The government started building the big like freeway that kind of cut out Route 66, and then they sued the government, so they're like the last town that you have to stop at before
Oh,
you're
very
on the
cool.
interstate. Yeah.
Huh.
I love suing the government.
Yes.
You guys ever sued the government?
It's like a weekly activity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't pay taxes.
Speaking
so.
of the government, have you heard of this new situation with the premium Snapchat accounts?
No. Oh, I
So-
think I heard a
I've
sentence
heard of
about
it. I
I've
just
heard,
want to
like,
quickly jump in.
a
I actually do pay
soundbite.
taxes. I was kidding.
Okay,
Ah.
thank you.
Just in case the
Yes.
IRS
Thank
is
you for-
listening to our
The
podcast.
IRS loves our
I-
pod.
I know.
They love it.
And I love them, honestly.
I find that the best way to pay taxes is to just send them some like maybe a gift card to Starbucks or something and be like, "Hey, I'll get you next month."
I paid in memes last year.
Huh. That's good.
It was
But,
like the Trident commercial.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, like I wish I got paid in Trident layers.
Oh, I was thinking
yeah.
the how it feel. Oh, that's 5 gum. How it choose.
How it feels to
Oh,
chew
wow.
5 gum.
Oh, but so the premium Snapchat situation, and a lot of it, there's a lot of like fake stuff going around because it is becoming a meme, which means that inevitably a lot of it is very exaggerated. But at its like basics, people are making premium Snapchat accounts.
What
which
is
means,
that?
So it's, you know how you can have a private story on Snapchat where you choose who is allowed?
Yeah.
This
Yes.
means that you say, you give me like, I don't know, $5 or $10 to my Venmo
Oh.
or PayPal per month.
Like a Patreon.
And you are into my private Snapchat. And you may think, why do people want to get into it? And it's usually like thoughts who are doing inappropriate pictures.
Can you
So,
define thoughts for for our listeners who
the
aren't
technical
familiar with the
definition?
word?
That hoe over there. It's not really how I use it, not really how most people use it. I think it's just like a girl who is somewhat inappropriate,
There can
I
be
would
guy
say.
thoughts.
Oh, that's true. I guess typically the stereotype is girls. But thank you for calling me on that.
Yeah.
It can really be anyone. I think and
for a
everybody-
guy, you would probably say like maybe like a
man whore.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's I mean
I don't
it's
like
it's a
using
word
that.
that, that it's like it's thought is a word that would be harsh if you didn't hear it in slang a bunch, but it's been so used
It's
now
used a lot. It's
that
not-
it's
it's
just
not
like
the
a
same as,
passive
like,
term.
Yeah.
It's not the same as if you
W
call
word that
someone
Ben
like
just used.
Definitely.
It's
Yeah,
not.
no,
It's
I don't
not
like
to
the
that
W
effect.
word.
It's like,
and because of its use in memes, like people
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, it's like a
desensitized.
I've
Yes.
many times
For
been
better or
called a
for
thought.
worse.
Never bothered me.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it's girls usually who have people want to see their
Yes.
life and see them. Yeah.
Inappropriately.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah. Okay.
But so then that's the
Oh, wait,
basis
so
of
is
a
it like
premium
like
story.
in a like adult stars doing this?
Not all. No, not that far. It's
Okay,
like,
so it's
I
like
mean,
Instagram girl.
often I've seen
Instagram
people
models.
from our high school even
Yeah.
who are setting up these stories. And I just never knew what it meant until I just looked up the situation last night because I
okay.
started hearing about what I'm about
Got
to tell
it.
you, which is when you are making money off of something like that,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes then you become a business generating revenue. And if you're not reporting that to the IRS,
Oh no.
then guess what?
What?
You're reportable, and there is you get rewarded money for reporting it.
I know where I saw this. I saw this on Twitter. Someone was like, it was like two tweets together, put
Mm-hmm.
together in a picture, and the first tweet was like, bro, did you know you can report like premium Snapchats for IRS like tax evasion? And then the other tweet was a girl who was like, who reported my Snapchat, my premium Snapchat for
I
tax
saw that,
evasion?
actually.
It's so
Yeah.
funny, and I think now that the IRS is actually figuring out what it is, they're not. I mean, I feel like they're not going to be actually dealing
Yeah.
with it. But the first few, it actually like at least the stories online claim that stuff was actually happening. They're being threatened with like eventual audits and stuff, and
insane.
it's so funny. It cracks me up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm afraid to reveal this now because it's my income. But like, so I tutor, right? I tutor
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
math
yeah,
and
yeah.
chemistry, and I get paid through Venmo. I don't report that income to the IRS.
Yeah, well, because they just don't really care. Like they have
Yeah.
bigger things to worry about.
Gotcha. When I worked over the summer as a teacher at a facility, and I had like income,
You reported that.
That
Yeah.
that
Yes.
went.
Yeah.
So I believe that like if you get paid and you're not reporting that, I think that there's a certain amount of money or something. I'm not going to
Well,
pretend like I know how it works.
I'm also under 18, and
Yes.
it's not enough money for them
Yeah.
to
Yes.
bear.
So I'm not going to pretend like I know how it works. I think that there are some situations where like I've definitely been paid technically illegally a few times where the IRS would technically not allow it, but then it's just like we're saying.
It's a big country to
They don't
govern.
really. It's
Big
not a big
country.
deal. Yeah.
If I'm in the wrong comment, and I will pay my taxes. I'm not a con man.
You're such a
Wow.
good guy.
It's
Seriously.
not even about that.
I have a question. Did you guys run into any creatures or critters on your trip?
A herd
in
of deer.
Arizona?
I
Okay.
saw. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ed, my Jeep tour guide, for forgetting what these animals were called. I saw a pack of. They looked like wild boar, but he made sure to tell me that they were not boar.
my
They
God.
were
Interesting.
They were called something. It like starts with an H, and it's a long word. I don't know.
Wow.
Because I have a little, not exactly a quiz for you today,
Ooh.
but a bit of a poll, I guess you could say.
Is it about
Okay.
Arizona?
No.
That
You
is
see,
a place
take
in
this poll
Arizona
after
where they
visiting
have bears.
Arizona for the
Wait,
first
wait,
time.
wait. Dylan. What did you just say?
Arizona. It's this place. We didn't actually get to go. I really wanted to. It was on my list. It's this place just, you're driving through Arizona, you're in the middle of the woods, and all of a sudden you see Arizona. And it's just this place, it's like you drive through, and you can choose to use your own car, but then you're liable, or you can use one of their cars. And it's just bears who just like walking around.
Huh. And the city is
Jeez.
called Arizona, or is it
No,
just
it's not
an
a city.
attraction
It's like
called
it's an
Bearizona?
attraction. You drive through and they have bears just
Gotcha.
wandering around. It's like drive next to bears.
Oh. Did you do it?
No, I really wanted to. We never got to go
Okay.
back there.
So this is called...
Wait, can I jump in quickly?
Yes.
So I was taking a hike at Fay Canyon. Beautiful, beautiful place.
This is in Arizona.
Yes,
Okay.
in Arizona.
Gotcha.
And there was a big message board or like a notice, and I read it, and Arizona, Fay Canyon actually experienced their own Harambe moment.
What?
When
No, really?
the humans started feeding one bear
Oh.
too often, so that the bear started associating humans with food and would come too close, and they had to put that bear down.
No.
Oh, no.
So it
unfortunate.
said, don't feed the bears. That kills the bears.
Dang.
Because if you just don't feed the bears, they don't associate humans with food.
I guess that makes sense,
And
yeah.
then you live in a kumbaya state.
But what if they just don't kill the bear?
Well,
That
it
bear
is
was
a bit of
too
a
used-
danger, yeah.
that bear
Well,
was
but
too
if the
used to
wait, do you mean
humans.
he was associating them with food like he was going to eat them, or he thought they would give him food?
That, but then he
Well,
was
so
getting...
But
what's the
then if he gets
problem?
disappointed, then...
He's
And
not going to. I mean,
No,
He's a
he was
bear.
he
He's
was
a wild
He was
animal.
getting too close to humans.
But the
like-
misunderstanding with bears, because of like movies and stuff, I guess Brave. No, it's not actually like a big controversy, but
Disney anime.
most bears do not like kill people and have no desire to. It's usually if you like make them feel. It's like bees. The whole thing where like if you make them feel like you're gonna kill them, then they'll be like, okay, well, guess what? But except for polar bears will kill you and eat you. But all the other ones, most of the other ones, are not super aggressive actually.
Alrighty.
I'm just afraid of all animals that are larger than myself.
Here we
they're so
go.
cute.
And some
This
that
is
are
called,
smaller.
This is called Which Animals Suck and Which Are Cool.
Bears are cool.
So this should be interesting. I want to hear your opinions.
Okay.
Wait, isn't this a subjective quiz?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is a poll. Let's talk. Let's talk about this. It's not a
Gotcha.
quiz. It's a poll.
Oh.
Aren't all quizzes polls?
Let's
No.
begin.
Family Feud.
Pigeons.
They suck.
They kind of suck. They're kind of
They
lame.
suck.
I don't know what criteria we're
They-
going off of, but they feel lame.
It's just how you feel.
Oh.
Like I was in I was with Dylan this summer
Oh, yeah.
in where was that? Was that
Venice,
Venice?
yeah.
So we were in this big
California or Italy?
Italy. So they have this big square. I forget what it's called, but it's the main thing.
Pigeon
If
Square.
you've been there, you know, like that's just the main thing everyone goes to, and then you branch off.
Yeah.
And there's a million pigeons there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking to go somewhere, and I felt something land on my head,
And it was a pigeon.
and
Oh, your hat.
no,
Oh.
my hat did not land on my head.
Oh.
In fact, his pet pigeon did.
Someone turned to me and went, oh, and covered their mouth. Actually, I think it was Max Repass. who
Hey,
we've
he was
had.
on this podcast.
He's been on the podcast before.
He's had on this podcast.
He replaced me once.
Was that who
Yeah,
he
he
was?
subbed in for me.
Yeah.
It was at Digo.
Yeah. So I had been pooped on by a pigeon. Anyways,
Yes.
long story
They suck.
short. Yeah. They suck, I think. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
like them.
Unless they are like...
Okay.
What's that animal that like eats insects or like makes it better? Is that... You know what I mean?
A spider.
Yeah, is it spider?
No, but like I mean, like, I feel like
Unless-
that's...
What? Is it spider? No, it's a pigeon. What?
No, I'm saying if
I see what
if
you're saying.
pigeons have
Well,
one
no,
of those
here's the
hidden,
thing.
Oh,
I'm like
yeah.
separating this
benefits.
from like spiders. I'm not saying I would kill every pigeon. I'm just saying personally, I feel like they're kind of lame, but it's not like a...
And there's so much supply, so it's like supply and demand. When you
Yeah.
have so many,
Too many
there's
pigeons.
no demand for them, honestly.
Okay, well, 55% said they suck, and 45% said they're cool. So it's actually pretty close.
People living in
I
Venice.
felt
bet.
like this one would be more clear. I'm sure we're going to get to some polarizing ones. I felt like this one, most people would say they suck.
All right.
I guess some people are more open-minded than I.
Cats. This is kind of a controversial one. People either like cats or don't like cats.
I'm afraid of cats, but they are cool.
Here's the... So I got Ring cameras, and I used to really dislike cats until we got this Ring camera. And now there's this cat that we always see. We notice he just every single day around the same time, he just walks by my house. And now I've noticed he'll go by the really big window in my room and just kind of stare at me. So then I go out and I like hang out with him sometimes.
That's cute.
So I'm kind of like cats.
Cute.
Be careful, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's the neighbor's cat. He
Rabies
just
and
walks
such.
around. But I'd say I prefer dogs, but I like cats. Cats are cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I would definitely say I definitely think cats are cool.
Although
They're
I
cool
have-
and they're nimble and
Yeah, they can always land on their feet.
They're a little,
Yeah.
more naturally untrustworthy.
yeah, they're arrogant. a
But
lot of the time
yes,
as
and
well.
they are. There are like
World
actual
revolves
studies
around
that show
them.
that they are not as loyal nearly
Yeah.
as dogs are. But I can't really blame them for
But
that.
they're kinda
because
cool in, like, a
people
high
are
school
also
way.
not. Yes,
They're kind of cool in high school where it's like,
They're, like,
oh my god, that
rebellious.
guy's so cool.
Yeah.
Like he's walking around town. Like
yeah,
he
like
owns
that.
the
That
place.
they have
That's
such an
what
edge
cats
to them where
do.
it's like they're really nice to you, but you know that they would have no problem killing you if they had to.
yeah.
My blood was once drawn by a cat.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. Okay. They're cool.
Painful
They're
memory.
cool.
They're cool.
They're cool.
84% said they're cool.
Oh, nice.
So
We joined.
You know,
the
there's
masses.
actually very briefly, but there's actually an interesting political like kind of TED talk that I watched that's talking about how the types of animals that you like between like cats and dogs and those types of animals can tell you about your core values and what a political party you'll more closely align with based on what attributes you value most. So
Wow.
like because I like dogs, that says that I value loyalty. And like stuff like
wow.
that. But
I feel like that's kind of like horoscopes. Like you can just say
kind
it
of. Well,
and-
it's like it's not about like if you like dogs because they're cute.
'cause
It's about
doesn't
if
everyone
you can
value
like.
loyalty.
But it's about what you value. So someone who
most.
likes cats more, like they say, I think it's cool because they are independent. That would be then
I
that would
see.
say they're not, and it's actually not what you would think. Like because I value loyalty, that actually says that I would be more inclined to be like a dictator type if I were in power or
Hey.
something like
What?
because I
So
because I like
anyways.
people to be loyal to.
Jumping in, so the town of Sedona in Arizona that
Oh.
Dylan and I were at, they're going through kind of like a
Great Depression.
no, like
Wait.
they're like a spiritual hub,
Okay.
but like not like
Religiously or like with crystals?
both.
Okay.
They do
Like,
sell crystals. I
They,
bought one.
they have
Okay.
these vortexes in town
Is that what that was?
where people go to recharge their crystals and meditate.
I kept seeing vortex, like sign for vortex. I was like, what is that?
Yes. But so the town is really going through like a spiritual awakening, and I say like going through as if it like hasn't already. I don't know what state they are in their awakening, but there's lots of
They have ascended.
like is it called palm readers?
Oh
lots
yeah, yeah, yeah.
of,
Psychics.
Yeah, just lots of spiritual figures, and then lots of churches, but of all different denominations. So I don't think there's any sort of like
Main religion.
yeah. It involves everyone and
There's just a lot of faith.
Very
yes.
interesting.
Huh.
And
Alright.
it made my dad told me the story of the one time he's gone to a psychic, and the first thing she said was, "Is there a Mark in your life?" And my dad's work partner, who he had been spending like the last 6 years with, was named Mark. But then everything
else cool?
everything else she said was very broad and blah blah blah.
Wait, was
but
she saying it like a name, or was she saying it like? Was it open ended? Like she could have also been saying a mark, because I've heard that a trick that a lot of psychics do is they say stuff that could be a name and also is a word, and that word is very
Oh.
applicable to everything.
That's
But it's easy
interesting.
to like a mark. I could look
Like
at it
a-
and be
like
like,
a birth
"Oh my
mark.
god, this big mark that just happened to me," or
Ooh,
"Oh,
I'm
this
gonna-
is a marking point in my life."
I'm gonna
Like-
tell him about that.
Yeah,
Very
it's interesting.
But
Yeah.
also, Mark is a name.
It sure is.
It's true. It's
We
my
don't
uncle.
have a Mark on the team, but maybe one day
Well,
we
my
will.
uncle can come be on the team.
Okay.
Help wanted. Mark supply.
He once played Lego Star Wars with Augie and I.
It was a great time. Parakeets, those are cool.
Yeah.
Those are
but
cool,
they don't-
especially when they talk.
One once landed on my
Yeah.
hand and ate
But
from a
that's more
bowl
of a
I was
parrot
holding,
thing, but-
and that was
Yeah, they
a
don't
few
really
weeks ago.
deserve our discussion, but they're cool. So
I would say they're cool.
vote
they're
I don't
cool.
think there's
They're
anything
cool.
that sucks about them. Yeah, 73% say they're cool. Dogs, they're cool.
They're so-
Oh, they're so
cool
cool.
isn't
But
even the right word.
No, dogs
They're
are cool in the way where like you would say
Yeah.
like if there was like someone who's just really nice, it's like the kind of that chill dude in like to put in high school terms, not very popular, not like edgy, but just like you're like, oh, they're cool. Like it's like they're chill.
Everyone knows them, and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
what's up?
It's like, oh yeah, that dude,
Dog,
he's so cool.
you
Like
know?
nobody
I
really
love
like.
your outfit.
Yeah.
Dog. I love your outfit.
No, yeah, that was
dog.
good. I'm
Yes.
just telling you to fix your wire. Ben's mic is having some troubles. All right, so they're cool, obviously. 96%. That's
Oh,
the highest
yeah.
margin we've had so far.
Glad to know that we're on the winning
Iguanas
side.
are cool.
They're
I mean,
cool.
I
Yes.
wouldn't
It
necessarily
looks like
say
they have a
cool.
mohawk.
they're
cool.
not.
They don't suck.
Yeah.
They're not as
No.
cool as chameleons.
They're like
but they're cool.
Oh,
Yeah, so
no,
true.
Iguanas are like alternative cool.
Yeah.
Grunge.
73% say they're cool. Every time we've been in the majority, guys.
Well,
So-
yeah.
Okay, so let's dissent a little bit.
No.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
okay.
How would we?
This is
even
about
know?
honesty. Giraffes.
They're cool.
So cool.
Their
Yeah.
necks are cool.
Okay, 96. That was the same as dogs.
Wow. I mean, yeah, who's gonna dislike a giraffe?
300 people. 300 people are.
That many people have taken this poll.
Yeah.
Don't at me.
How do people take these polls?
Mice.
They suck.
I think they're cool. They're cute.
They're cute.
They're cool. Like I'm like, oh hey, you're
And
cool.
like Despero. The story of
he,
the
he does
the
use
mouse
a
that-
needle as a sword, and that
It's
is
a
kind of
thimble,
cool.
I think.
No, a thimble would not work as a sword.
Thimble
Oh, no,
makes
yeah.
sense.
No.
Thimble's like a hat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
not
yeah.
for, not for
Sorry,
humans.
I was
for
thinking
mice,
of,
a thimble
yeah,
is
it's a
a hat.
needle. It's a
Yeah.
needle. Yeah. My bad. So they're cool, right?
They're cool.
Okay. 60% say they're cool.
Oh, I thought we were gonna be in the minority for that.
I want
Nah.
to dissent. So
Rabbits, obviously they're cool.
Oh, they're very cool.
Yeah.
Just
They're-
like the one
they
one
can
from
be
Winnie
made-
the Pooh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But rabbits can be made to be terrifying really quickly, so I don't trust them. But I guess they're cool.
Okay.
They're like hesitantly cool.
Yeah. Ants.
No, they suck.
No.
I mean, I respect their
Boo.
lifestyle and how hard of
I
workers
used to be
they are,
so afraid of ants.
but they suck.
They
I've
suck.
talked about it on this podcast when we talked about irrational fears.
Yeah.
Oh, remember
Mine
mine?
used to be.
Whenever
Yes, Ben.
Oh.
Yours was terrible. Guys, go check out that episode.
Guys, I'm so afraid of.
Okay. They suck.
clickbait.
And 76% say they suck.
All right, let's get them.
Armadillos
They're cool.
are cool. They have
They
that,
can
like,
roll
armor.
around.
They have armor.
Oh my god, they're like tall roly polies.
So
So
true. Wow. I wish I was a tall
I
roly.
used to think that roly polies were just baby armadillos, and I was like, how come I never see the big ones in California?
Grow up.
Oh,
No, not you.
Wow.
I was talking to the baby. I was talking to the roly polies.
That was mean.
I was talking
I think I
to
should-
the roly polies.
I should probably go now.
Yeah.
I was talking to the roly
This is
polies.
awkward. Okay, they're cool. 79% say they're cool. Sharks,
Yeah, they're cool.
so cool.
That is a lifestyle I respect.
Even
I would
cooler
not-
than the
I would
cats
not
in the way
imitate
where
it, but I
they
respect
swim
it.
around and you're like, so cool.
I mean, anything where like you just see like the little fin and you get scared. Now that's cool.
Y'all ever seen Jaws?
I have. Good movie.
Christopher
Great
Nolan, right?
movie.
Mm-hmm. No, that was Hans Zimmer directed that one actually.
No, I'm pretty sure it was.
No, I think it was
J.J. Abrams.
No,
I'm pretty
John Williams, I believe.
George Lucas.
Yes.
sure. He's created so many great universes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Jaws cinematic universe.
So they're cool. They're really
Mhm.
cool. 71%. Skunks.
No.
Suck.
Here's the thing. Skunks are cool.
No.
From their perspective, like that's sick that they can do that.
No,
but
no,
from
no.
our perspective, they suck
Here's the
because they
thing.
ruin stuff.
There is nothing cool even as a defense mechanism about
yeah, that's
essentially passing gas as a
Yeah,
defense
that's
mechanism.
true.
There's nothing
Yeah, I much
badass
prefer
about that.
octopuses and their shooting of ink.
Octopi, you mean? Sure.
Octopus eyes. Yeah.
Oh, it's 50-50. So
great-
we're not in the majority, but we're not in the minority.
This is how the Civil War starts. I predicted it.
50-50 say they suck, they're cool.
Wow.
Huh. Crabs.
So
I would have said that they suck,
I'm
except
so
for then
afraid of
I saw
them.
that one. I saw that one video of them dancing with like the meme
Oh,
video where it's like.
yeah.
I haven't seen this.
Oh, it's
you
really,
really
funny.
have to.
But
Okay.
it made me say they're cool if they can dance like that.
they're cool.
Even in an animated.
They are cool,
thing.
and I really like like the guy who says "under the sea"?
Sebastian.
Also, have you seen that one where it's like a crab and he's like waving a knife around? That's cool.
Yes,
And there's like
that is terrifying.
And there's the crab that like points at the gun. And he goes, oh, you can't see what I'm. Well, if you're watching the video, but otherwise he like draws his finger, his claw across his neck as if he's gonna kill him.
I get the same feeling seeing that the crab with the knife as when I see like advanced AI being developed, like fancy robots. I'm like, both of these things could take over the world with the right circumstances.
Or like when you read the article about how chimpanzees are starting to use tools.
I don't want to hear about that.
Crabs are so awesome in films, and I love them, and they're so cute. But in real life, when I'm at the beach, I'm like, if a crab grabbed my foot right now, like, I fear that.
Well, I mean, it's like with sharks.
Yeah.
If a shark comes up to me, I'm not going to be like, hey, you're cool. I'm
Yeah,
gonna run.
no. I'm gonna punch him
But
in the nose.
sharks, you can
Yeah.
just hit on the nose. Crabs, they're so
I mean,
nimble and
I feel like
if
that's
you can see
most things
the
with a
shark
nose.
that
Like
well.
if someone punched me in the nose, I would probably also run away
Yeah,
because I would
Good
hurt.
point.
Noses hurt really
punch
bad.
a skunk in the nose.
Yeah, I'm not one to run from a fight unless you hit me in the nose. That hurts.
Crabs are cool. They're cool.
They're cool.
And 61% say they're cool. Still haven't been in the minority, and I know we won't be for this next one. Elephants are
They're cool. They're cool.
literally the coolest thing.
So wise.
I was
and
almost gonna say maybe not because like what do they do? But then I felt bad because I realized that humans are just so mean to them. I feel like I
Yeah.
owe them an
Yeah.
undying.
Speaking of elephants, I don't know why elephants made me think of this, but do you guys see the trailer or the teaser for The Lion King?
It made me so excited.
It
I've already been
looks
excited,
really cool.
but it looks
I didn't see
so
it.
nice.
it looks so cool.
It's
I'll watch it right
amazing.
after
the,
this.
the CG looks incredible.
And they used I don't know. Actually, they are in the they used it's the original voice actor from the James Earl Jones.
Yeah, he's Mufasa.
Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but
Is
I
it
didn't
a
know.
live action?
It's live action, but all
I
the
mean,
animals
quote
are
unquote
CG,
live action. There's
so
no humans in it. It's just
the backdrops are basically live
It's
action.
to look live action.
So it's
And
like Planet of the Apes.
the way that they did it
Yeah.
actually is I think they used some motion capture too, and it's a really interesting thing where now they have cameras where you can shoot CGI, and on the camera screen when you're shooting,
No.
it already generates in like
Wow.
temp versions of the backgrounds and the animals, so you
That's
can
cool.
shoot it how you want to shoot it. Yeah,
I
very cool.
I used to work on a TV show, and so we were on a sound stage on a lot, and right next to us they were shooting The Jungle Book.
Oh hey,
We barely got to see any of it, but like sometimes the big door, the elephant door as they call it, would be open.
and an elephant would go through.
No, they had no
Oh.
real animals, but
Oh.
but it was cool. It was just all blue.
Oh wow.
Because they can't do green screen because all the leaves are green. But
Oh,
like,
true.
and they had the one actual human there. So,
I wonder what if he was wearing a green shirt in the movie.
well, he doesn't wear a shirt. So
but what if he found a green
it's
one?
Mowgli?
He just wears a
Yout.
sack.
Yeah, whatever you call that.
It's
Whatever-
like it's a loincloth,
kind of.
Kinda.
Yeah, but that was cool. They were just always transporting different like leaves and stuff in and out. Never saw John Favreau though,
Oh wow.
sadly. All right, so elephants are cool, and so is the trailer for The Lion King, and this is the highest one, 97%.
Wow.
Said elephants. Are
I think that's a lot of guilt. I think everybody's guilty, so they're like, yeah, cool.
cool. Geese.
Ooh,
Suck.
Yeah, they suck. They're
I
so
like-
loud. And
I don't know. They're kind of
obnoxious.
cool, except for that. Then they're also scary because they're loud, they're annoying, and also they can kill you.
Geese are they're so aggressive and they suck.
Yeah, I was literally walking through an exhibit. Oh,
50-50 again.
Oh!
Can you believe it?
I was walking through an exhit to pet kangaroos and wallabies in San Diego.
In Arizona.
Oh.
Oh.
And this was a few weeks ago. And they said, yeah, feel free to pet the wild animals like the wallabies and the kangaroos. But whatever you do, don't go near the geese.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, the American animal, the one that just kind of chills in here, is the one that we have to be aware of.
Classic.
Isn't that symbolic?
Wow.
Animals
It
and
is.
humans.
Australia went to war with
different are we?
emus, and they lost.
Goldfish.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're cool, and that's even more
The
so.
movie really helped them out, but
Yep.
yeah.
Wait,
Wait, no.
what movie?
Oh yeah.
He's not a goldfish in
Um,
Finding Nemo.
But even more so
You
than
get
dogs.
the
I
idea.
feel
Yeah,
like
we all were like,
Yes.
yeah. Wait, and then we turned on
and
you.
That's
yes. But
that's what people are gonna show in the quiz.
But goldfish, I would say it's like even more so than dogs in a school setting. They're like really quiet, but they're
Yeah.
cool. You like them. They're
Yeah,
fine.
and
they're
they
cool.
die a lot, which is sad.
That is sad.
So we feel bad
Human
for them.
guilt. Why do we put them in a bowl?
Yeah. All right. So they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
78% say they're cool. Oh, cockroaches. They
So
suck.
sucky.
They
Yeah,
suck.
not cool.
I don't want to look
I
at this
stepped on
picture
one the other
anymore.
day, and I felt bad, but then I realized And the only cool part about one was that they're supposed to be unkillable, and I just killed one on accident. So
Okay, they suck.
yeah, they do.
Didn't even know they were
92% said they suck.
Well, they aren't apparently.
That's the end of the poll, but I want to ask one more.
Do it.
Humans.
They suck.
They suck.
And that sounds like I'm just being
Really
really like
terrible.
trying to be like very edgy teen. I feel like whenever I say that, but it's just like
We've ruined everything.
look at it objectively. Like I would not kill humans because like I am selfish, but I'm selfish because I'm a human, and that's like one of the base things of being a human. So just if you take a psychology class, you look at it objectively, you'll realize whether or not you're even on the side of humans. Humans suck.
Professor Williams is in session.
Here I am.
Even if you
Williams,
don't take
Arizona.
a psychology class, humans just destroy everything
It's true.
slowly.
I always,
you know?
I actually had to write a slam poem in sophomore year, and I wrote it about how if aliens came to Earth, I hope that they wouldn't destroy humans. But like, if you just look at it from if they were like a higher being or smarter, you'd look at it and you'd be like, oh, this thing is kind of killing this planet. We can save the planet right now. They would be very justified in being like, because we're technically a parasite right now
Right.
by definition.
True. Oh, I just had something. Hold on.
Holding.
And an interesting.
Oh, I was doing hold music.
I caught on. I appreciate that. And an interesting layer to human suckage is that
Okay. I follow.
you know when like something great happens and people are like, oh my God, faith in humanity restored, or like this is what is like amazing. Like that's just the manipulation of like
Yeah. Well, here's the most depressing thing, and also one of the first things you learn when you start reading about psychology or I take an elective.
Professor.
I'm sorry. I like psychology. Put me onto a path where I can't not talk about it. But I mean, one of the most upsetting things that you learn is that even when people do the most selfless acts and you're like, well, that is just the ideal person, that is, well, it doesn't necessarily take away from that great thing that they're doing. Their base need and the reason they're doing it is because it validates them. Like that is the base human emotion. It's also what sets us apart from other animals.
Which I don't think is a bad thing. It is okay to validate yourself.
No,
by doing,
it's just
like,
a thing. And it's disappointing because you like to imagine that people do stuff just to be kind because they care about others, which is always, it could totally be part of it. Like there are people who could totally have an emotional attachment, but it all still comes back to even then, protecting that emotional attachment. It's always selfish at the end, which isn't,
But
like Ben
in
saying,
that
not bad.
particular case, it's mutually beneficial. So
Yes.
I'm okay with it in that
It is
case.
not always bad. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, but that's something that I feel at least is beyond our control.
Oh, for sure. I mean, most of it is. It's human nature. I don't even know, to get very complicated, so we won't stay here, I hope. But
The professor said.
yes.
To the class.
If my professor said
in my
that,
lecture.
I'd be concerned.
Yes. But the human nature, one of the reasons we dislike it is because morals are also something that culturally we just kind of come up with, and the actual nature of how humans work does not align with the morals that we wish humans would work as. If that makes sense. I think I phrased that really weirdly, but I
know what you're saying.
I often get into a rabbit hole in my head trying to think about it because I'm like, well, humans are terrible. Look at all these bad things we do. And then I start to think about, but humans made the morals that I am holding us to. And then I get all weird. So to my personal morals, humans suck. And then if I go any further, my head will explode. But interesting point.
I followed.
I think that's a great introspective thing to kind of wrap up on. I want to start a new thing. This week's shout out. What's something that you've been enjoying this week that you can shout out? I'll start. I recently bought I think it's called The Big Book of Basketball or something by Bill Simmons. It's a great read. It's really big. I just started it and I've been enjoying it. I don't read a lot. So this has been nice to get me back into reading. That's my shout out.
Nice.
My shout out is to House of Cards, just finished the 6th and final season. To the showrunners, nice job taking the biggest curveball that anyone could throw at you.
Right.
And finishing off the show, because there were 3 main characters in that show, one of which was no longer viable, but the other 2 characters deserved to have their arcs rest. So I'm so pleased to shout it out.
Very cool.
My shout out is there is a movie on Netflix called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, I believe. I think I got that right, by the Coen brothers. And it's getting a lot of really mixed reviews. It's kind of an absurdist Western. And I It's a bunch of little vignettes, and they all kind of connect at the end. And I won't
Vignettes?
spoil it. Sure, if you want to
Well.
be French about it. but yeah, I personally I really enjoyed it.
Cool. Well, I like that segment. I think we should do it more often. So
Yeah, me
check
too.
out those things. If you have something that you want us to check out, and maybe we'll shout it out, hit us up. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's all French Fox Prod. Subscribe to our YouTube, French Fox Productions. We also have a video version of this podcast. And if you're watching the video version of this podcast, then check out the iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, whatever version of this podcast, which is just the listening version.
SoundCloud.
Anchor. No, not SoundCloud. And we also have vlogs on YouTube and a lot of fun stuff coming to YouTube soon.
Vimeo.
Signing out, this is Dylan.
Yeah.
Ben.
See ya, guys.
Oh, I love it. And I am
nice.
Augie. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. See you next week.
Locomotive.
Bye. See ya.